Number 3 seed Kansas State men's basketball loses to number 9 seed Florida Atlantic University FAU. The final score was 79 to 76. FAU was up 42 to 38 at halftime. Yes, Kansas State scored 38 points in the second half, but they allowed 37. Granted, it was a little bit of foul game at the very end. And Kansas State didn't shoot the ball bad. I mean, 46.6% from the field, 27 for 58 overall, 10 for 22 on threes, 45.5%. But they missed 6 free throws out of 18, aka they made 12 out of 18. That didn't help your cause. Make 3 of those, force overtime. Or get a shot up, you go to overtime. Give it one more stop or 2, you win the game, or even tie the game. Go to overtime. 22 rebounds, and 5 of those offensive. 14 assists, 13 steals, which is a great number. 1 block, 12 turnovers, but you committed 21 fouls, and you had only 9 points off the bench. And Marquise Noel could only do so much. He had 30 points and 12 assists. And he committed 5 turnovers, though. That's got to be heartbreaking for him. He had 5 steals even. Now, FAU had, that's 15 points off the bench. They shot 48.1% from the field, 26 for 54 overall, 9 for 23 on threes, 39.1%. They made most of their free throws. 18 out of 22, 81.8%, 44 rebounds, 14 of those offensive. So they doubled them up on the boards. That's the basic reason why they won this game, besides the free throws. And not allowing Kansas State to get that shot there, and they got a steal off of that. 17 assists, 4 steals, 5 blocks, which is more than Kansas State. 22 turnovers, though. They won in spite of that. And 18 fouls. And Kansas State, they had a great year. They were not expected to do that much in the Big 12. They were picked last, I believe. They only returned 2 players, and they made it to the Elite Eight in first year under Jerome Tang. I'm happy for him, but I know he's disappointed right now too on not making it to the Final Four, and I feel bad for him. Longtime Baylor assistant under Scott Drew, but he deserves Coach of the Year, no question about it. He should get it regardless. In 26 and 10 on the year. In Florida Atlantic, the magical run continues, and they play on Saturday, which will be against either the 4 seed UConn, I believe, but I'm going to double check. It's going to be next Saturday no matter what. Actually, it's going to be San Diego State or Creighton, the winner of that game. No, that's the wrong side of the bracket. My bad. But we'll have to know. We're going to know tomorrow on what happens. And it felt like Kansas State's offense got a little stale, and it couldn't get stops. Even if they got stops, they allow rebounds, which leads to second chance points. You hurt yourselves there, Kansas State. You really, really did. Besides not making your free throws or getting a shot up at the very end. They did the right thing going for the quick 2 both times and then fouling. But Florida's line made the free throws count, and you couldn't get the shot up. And I know Kansas State is going to, they got a bright future ahead with Jerome Tang, but I know next year they're losing a lot of faces. They might, I think Keontae Johnson is going to, he's done have eligibility. I think so, but I could be wrong. I could be. I know Marquise Noel probably is. Of course, some other players like Nate Aubrey, but he doesn't play. Let's make that clear. Dusty Sills, Ebby, for sure. I'm looking at the roster to see whether or not, Dusty Sills, he is a 5th year, so no years left of eligibility for him. I know Keontae Johnson is a questionable deal because, he had that scare. And he tried to play. We'll have to wait and see on him, but I know Marquise Noel's done. That's two guys. Abiyomi Iola. I think he has one more year of eligibility. He only played one game in 1 year at Arkansas, I think. So, yeah, he could have another year. He could. But I'm not positive. So, the for sure ones I know are Marquise Noel and Dusty Sills. Tyke Green. And of course, he had to bring in a lot of transfers. Yeah, Tyke Green is done at Kansas State. And I'm pretty sure Nate Aubrey, he's a walk-on anyway. This is only a year, so I think he's done. Yep, that's for sure 3 guys. It's more like Keontae Johnson and Abayomi Iola. That's the only 2 questionable guys I see. It's in terms of, do they have another year or don't they? Or don't they? I mean, do they have another year or do they not? Or if they want to use it or not. We'll have to wait and see what happens in the off season. But Jerome Tang is he's going to make Kansas State into a powerhouse and keep it that way. And I promise you, they will not start unranked. They might not start unranked next year, but we have to wait and see with preseason polls. And sometimes preseason polls anyway don't matter. So maybe it's better for them to be underestimated again and do like this type of run again. But we'll have to wait and see. Anyways, if you like this content, hit like and subscribe and see you guys later. 5 subscribers, we're on the road to it. Let's go. And if there is another upset like UConn over Gonzaga, I'll do that tomorrow. So just an FYI.